Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to this. Okay, we're good. Just making sure that we're actually recording here, but welcome to your reading for the week of August 30th. We are going to jump right in here, Pisces, and just take a look at what is going on for you. I've been getting this for you a lot, Pisces, right here. You have this Rhino Spirit. It says, overcome any obstacle. I do feel this more like push it type of energy going on for you at this time, Pisces, where I'm gonna put this to the side because it kind of wanted to pop out there. We're not even using this deck, so what a mess. Yeah, I do get this like push it type of energy where it's like something is maybe going to require just a little bit extra effort on your part, but I feel like it'll be worth it just based off of everything that's kind of showing up here, Pisces. But Pisces, let's see here. I feel like you need to get something back here with this reading. I almost feel like sometimes I do a reading and I feel like the reading is kind of like a calling, or, it's kind of like kind of asking you to do something. It's almost like I wouldn't even call it a challenge. I just think the universe is saying, hey, you need to get this back. What do you need to get back, Pisces? Well, it's right here. You have this burst of magic card here, and you also have the Empress in this first row. I get a very kind of like oppressive mental energy here. You have the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords. We're going to clarify this, Pisces, but this to me is, you can say what you want about each one of these cards individually, right? But like more intuitively, I get like a very oppressive, that's the best word I can come up with, mental kind of energy. And I feel like this mental energy is kind of stealing the magic from you, Pisces. You have the Empress. It's almost like this is where you were. Kind of like Empress status, feeling on top of the world. And we're kind of going backwards here to the Queen of Cups. Not a bad card, not terrible, right? But just kind of like intuitively, this reading is saying to me that you've been in a little bit of a dip. I feel like I said this to you recently. You've been in a little bit of a dip, maybe mentally, or, how you've been feeling emotionally, financially, health-wise, whatever. And I do feel like this reading is kind of the universe kind of like, saying, hey, come on, it's time to get back on top. You have that world card wanting to pop out there. And I really feel this is, again, the universe like saying, hey, you need to kind of like get back on top here. You need to start believing in magic again, right? You have the Empress, the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. And I feel that this is part of the reason maybe you're feeling this heavy energy. Nine of Swords is like, going to sleep, having a nightmare, waking up and being stuck in a nightmare. So I do feel, a lot of you could be feeling this nightmare energy. Obviously, if you kind of look at what's going on in the world, it does seem like a nightmare. There's no other way to put it. I feel like what you need to realize, Pisces, is that it's like you are the hope in this situation. I feel like Pisces, just based off of kind of like your astrology and everything going on, it's like, it's really important for you, Pisces, to be shining your light. And I've said this to you before, but it's kind of coming up here with the Hermit as well. I feel like it's time for you to not hold back. I think that maybe part of your challenge here, Pisces, as well, is not having anything to, not having anything to compare yourself to. What do I mean by that? Like, it's like, if you're trying to start something new here, Pisces, with the Hermit, if you're trying to start a new project or new business, I feel like there's no guidance. And, I've said this before, it's like there's nothing to compare your situation to. So it's like if you're trying to start a YouTube channel, maybe you're trying to start something that's brand new that nobody's been done before. So it's like you don't know if it's going to work or not. And I almost feel held back with this Eight of Swords to the Hermit here, where it's like there's nothing that kind of can show you that you're going to be successful. You're just going to have to take the risk. So for those of you wanting to start something, as I always say, just do it, get started. For others, I feel like you're feeling a little bit stuck here. The Eight of Swords would kind of say that you're keeping yourself stuck. I almost feel that some of you are keeping yourself stuck in a situation that needs to come to an end with the Ten of Swords. For some of you, I feel this could be a relationship as far as love is concerned, and I feel like it's just going nowhere, and I also feel that you probably know that this situation is going nowhere. So if you are in a relationship, could be with an earth sign, could be another water sign as well. Here, could be any sign. This is just a general reading. I do feel like for some of you, it's like this needs to kind of like, come to an end. Next, in the middle here, we have the Rhino Spirit. This card says, overcome any obstacle. I really feel that you have the opportunity to overcome a lot of obstacles that you're dealing with at this time. I feel, again, the challenge for you is moving forward in the face of the Nine of Swords. Especially going up to the Ten of Swords like this. This can be like, it's like, this is like one of those moments where, maybe you don't feel like doing something, but you have to do it anyway. It's like going to the gym. It's like they always say that the days that you should go to the gym are on the days where you really don't want to go. Those are the days where you should force yourself to go, right? And I kind of get that feeling for you here, Pisces, but I would say this is more kind of like the gym of the universe, right? And I feel like some of you are kind of needing to push yourself to show up, basically, in life. You have the Knight of Swords, the Hermit, and the Four of Swords here. Number one, I do get like second opinion vibes here, Pisces. So, if you're like purchasing something, or if somebody's telling you that something is going to cost a lot of money, I feel like, getting a second opinion would be very beneficial. I also feel a very determined energy, and it's interesting that the Knight of Swords is facing back towards the Empress. I feel like for a lot of you, it's kind of like you could be getting back to this glow-up energy and with the Knight of Swords, and I feel like you could be determined to make this happen. But the Ten of Swords here is kind of like saying something needs to come to an end. So we're going to look into what that is at the end, Pisces, but I do feel like you are kind of like determined to get back to your Empress status. You have the Hermit and the Four of Swords here. Again, I feel like you're dreaming of better days with the Four of Swords. There's a person being blessed up here in the stained glass window, and I do feel that some of you are just like hoping for blessings. You're hoping to receive better days or blessings, or you're hoping for things to get better. I feel like what you need to realize, Pisces, is it's like, I feel like Pisces is the one that is going to make things better. What I keep saying to Pisces is that it's no surprise to me that it's like we had Uranus in our second house, probably like one of the worst places for it to be. And we had a very challenging like past 10 years, Pisces. And there's a reason for this. And it's so that we can help people get through the next like 10 years, right? Because we've been through it. Other people haven't. So I feel it's really important for Pisces to kind of like shine their light at this time to, kind of put themselves out there. I also do feel that for some of you, there could be communication here coming in for you. I feel like I need straight talk is what I'm getting here. And so I don't know if this is you or someone else, Pisces, but I feel like someone needs to kind of put their expectations out on the table here. I feel a confusing situation in general. It feels like a situationship to me, Pisces, where it's like maybe you're dating a person, but it's kind of like going back and forth. I feel this need for expectations to be kind of put out on the table in a very straight manner, like, just straight to the point, exactly what you desire, right? So if you're dealing with a person, I feel like you need to get straight to the point here. Maybe they need to do this with you. Maybe they're the one that isn't clear, but either way, if you're in a relationship kind of thing, I would get things straightened up here. For those of you not in a relationship, I feel I feel Hermit to the Nine of Wands. This is like needing to open up, right? Pisces, I mean, this is very closed off energy, both of these cards. So if you have a desire for love, I would get out there. Next, you have the Solitude card. I feel like this is where you are. Pretty clear reading. And again, I feel like we're going to get more answers in just a second when we clarify. But I feel you are in solitude. I feel like you want to be in solitude. Trust me, I'm a Pisces. I totally get it. I just want to be alone all the time. So that's all I want. But, I feel that this is where you are at. You have the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Cups here. In a lot of ways, I can see where this reading is going. It's kind of a simple reading because, again, I just feel like this reading is saying there is something inside of you, Pisces, that needs to be revealed to the world. So for those of you that are in positions to share things with the world, like on YouTube, on podcasts, on, if you're creating something, could be a piece of art, whatever, it's like I feel like things need to be put out here. It's like one of those situations where it's like I feel like Pisces, I feel like you're thinking things that everybody else is thinking, but you're like afraid to say it. But it's like once you say it, then I feel like more people will start saying whatever you're thinking. I hope that makes sense. And I feel like you need to, not be afraid to share your ideas, your thoughts, whatever, with people in your life with this energy. I feel like it'll be very beneficial. Also, if you want love, I feel like you need to open up here with the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Cups. It's like kind of saying there's love available to you, but you're going to have to be open to it. I do feel some of you have had a situation where maybe someone has communicated with you, and I feel like it kind of, maybe they told you something that wasn't great, right? Ten of Swords is being stabbed in the back. So for some of you, I feel over the past few weeks, you've had a situation where maybe someone has communicated something, not so great to you, Pisces, that hurt. And, I feel like it's something that you're kind of trying to overcome. I feel like you need to realize that, for some of you, I'm getting like a cheating situation or something like that. I feel like you need to realize this is a reflection on that person. It's not a reflection on you. So if someone hurt you, stabbed you in the back, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. It's like, and once you realize that, I feel like you'll take your power back. It's kind of a weird reading because I really feel this is where you need to be. This is where you are. I've never kind of looked at the difference between like the Empress and another court card, or I should say the Empress and a court card. I've never looked at the difference like that, but that's really what I'm feeling for you, Pisces. Like I said, very clear reading, actually. So let's see, Pisces, where this is going. We're going to clarify with the baby radiant rider weight here, Pisces. Between the Empress and the Knight of Swords, what do you know? You have the Queen of Swords needing to be direct, straightforward, to the point, very clear. I got this overwhelming sense of like somebody needing to put things out on the table, just like we have here. I got this overwhelming sense of someone needing to be like, I want this. It could be you, Pisces. And I feel like you just need to say what you want here with this energy. This could be between you and another person, plain and simple, but clarity is going to be the answer. It could also just be with the universe. Like maybe there are things that you want. I feel like you need to not be afraid to ask. Maybe you want $1 billion, but maybe like part of you has like the money blocks or whatever, where you're saying, oh, money's bad or whatever. I feel like, no, you need to say that you want something. And that's kind of like what I'm getting here. Maybe you want love. Maybe you want freedom. Maybe you want whatever. I don't care. I feel like you just need to ask for it here and kind of almost demand it, because I feel like you're going to get it. Between the the Eight of Swords and the Hermit, you have the King of Pentacles here. Things being the same for too long. I feel this like restless energy here. Especially with the Eight of Swords, we can stay, it's like with the Eight of Swords, it's like we're keeping ourselves stuck, but it's a very restless energy because, it's like she does want to be free. She doesn't necessarily want to be there. King of Pentacles is a card of convention. It's basically like the way things have always been done. If you're feeling restless, I feel like it's because the collective is feeling restless. I feel like the collective is sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? And Pisces, you are definitely one of the signs that I feel like has the, probably best potential to help set people free, everybody in your life. And that's what I would be doing here. Between the Nine of Swords and the Four of Swords, yeah, I do feel like some of you could be feeling stuck in a toxic situation in love. I would just remove yourself from the situation. I do feel like some of you are in a difficult position, kind of like a little bit of a pickle. If this message is for you and you're stuck in a relationship you don't want to be in, the Eight of Swords basically says you can set yourself free even if it doesn't seem like it. Maybe you're stuck for financial purposes. Maybe you're stuck because of, children or whatever. I feel like you just need to tell the universe what you want, and then the universe will provide. And it's just that simple. And that's exactly what I would do here. For others, I would just be careful of anything toxic in general. Between the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Swords, here's your answer, the Six of Pentacles. I'm really focusing on the Pentacle energy. I keep wanting to say Pentacles. I realize you're getting Pentacle cards, but on the other cards as well. The Six of Pentacles is kind of your answer here. It's like saying if you're trying to get back to this, glow up status with the Empress, then you just need to start planting seeds. It's like, I feel like people underestimate just starting something, right? It's like if you want to, maybe you want to move out, maybe you feel trapped in a relationship because of finances or whatever, but if you just start researching how to move, it's like that, you're planting the first seed by doing that. And I feel this Six of Pentacles is saying, no matter what it is that you want, whatever your goal is, right here, whatever your ultimate achievement, whatever would make you feel like you're back on top here, Pisces, then I would say just plant that first seed, because it's like you never know how that very first thing that you do is going to lead to something else, and then something bigger, and then something bigger, and then something bigger. And I feel like you need to realize that here with the Six of Pentacles. With the Hermit and the Nine of Wands, you have the Death card. I like this because the Sun is coming up between the two pillars that are on the Moon card here, Pisces. And this can kind of represent moving past fear, getting over a difficulty or a challenge, or kind of moving past a very challenging energy. And so I do feel like you're undergoing this transformation. If things have gone, if things have been not so great, over the past year, 6 months, I would say less, maybe, it's like maybe things were getting better and then you're in this like little bit of a dip. I feel for some of you, it's because it's like maybe you're not doing the same things that you were doing that were making you very successful. So I feel like you need to look at, anything that works. Between the Four of Swords and the Queen of Cups, you have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel this could be a new love situation coming in for some of you. Could be a Capricorn or just an earth sign in general for some of you. But I do feel like there could be an earth sign coming in for some of you in the future. I'm also getting Scorpio here as well. To me, Scorpio and Pisces is a perfect match, so that would not surprise me, Pisces. But I do feel like there could be love coming in for you. Feels very slow, methodical, but I would say clear. This is like a very unclear situation, so I feel like some of you are dealing with something very unclear. This to me is just like boom, straight and to the point. Knight of Pentacles says, "I want this." This is a person who comes into your life and says, "I'm going to have a relationship, then I want to get married by this time," and then it's like they make it happen. So for a lot of you, if you're hoping for that, this is like that type of person coming in. But again, I feel like they're very slow, methodical, and I feel like they kind of do things in a certain way. But again, at least you know where you stand with a person like this, so that's a good thing. For others, again, I feel like this is more your growth here with the Knight of Pentacles. If you're trying to get back to this Empress status where you feel like things are more secure, I feel like things are maybe like things have been like this, just like a squiggly line. It's like you're trying to get somewhere. Maybe you're trying to reach certain business goals or work goals or career goals. I feel like it's been, all over the place. Knight of Pentacles is like a little bit more kind of, like this, where it's like there are ups, there are downs, but it's like at least you're moving in more of a straight line. At least you're going more straight to the point. So I definitely like that energy for you here. The other thing I like about the Knight of Pentacles is it's like the lows are at least higher than the lows have been in the past. So let's say you're working on a business. It's like at least you have months where you don't do as well, but it's still probably a lot better than what you experienced in the past. And I feel like that's also what you need to realize about your future, Pisces. Again, Uranus is not in your second house. Uranus in your second house is like this, just like all over the place. It's like maybe one month you'd make $1 million and then you'd lose $10 billion. It's like, Uranus in your second house in Aries, I've said it before. It's like, it's not one step forward, 2 steps back. It's like 1 step forward, 20 steps back, then maybe like 40 steps forward, and then 10 back, then like 40 forward, then 1,000 back. It's like, all over the place. And I feel like that maybe your mind is just so used to that like back and forth thing that if things do go up and then come down just a little bit, maybe you panic, right? And so I feel there's like this need to kind of release that panic energy and just realize that things naturally go up, they go down a little bit, they go up, they go down for most people. But it's like you're not going to be going all the way back any longer like you did in the past. So and here's the problem. It's like if you think that you're going to go all the way back, then you will. I feel like you're attracting things very quickly. So I would just realize, say, oh, this is just like a minor dip. Let me look at what I'm doing in my life. Maybe I'm not doing the things that I was doing that I should be doing. It's like, I'll just bare my soul to here, Pisces, because I feel like it's important. It's like, when I moved into this office space, like at first I felt like weird. I didn't really like it. And then I moved things around. Now I kind of like it where I am right here. But it's like I had to change some things. Then there were some other things that were going on. It's like I was, I got off my diet. I was eating things that I shouldn't be eating. My stomach was all messed up, right? It's like, do you want to work when your stomach hurts? No, is the answer. So it's like then I had to stop. It's like I feel like some of us just like, and I am not criticizing you at all because I am the king of punching myself in the face. Pisces is what I'm gonna say. But what I would say is there are certain things I do that make me feel great. And when I do those things, I want to be here. I want to be working, right? And so I feel like this is like about examining those things. I feel like this is about like looking at things that you're doing and saying, does this make me feel terrible? Then I should probably stop, right? And like I said, I'm the king of doing things that make me feel terrible. So I am not calling you out at all here. I'm calling myself out really, but what I would say here is, like, I would think about those things that make you feel good, and those are the things that I would be doing at this time. I feel like it's really important for you. Your outcome, Hermit. Again, I do feel like you need to share your wisdom a little bit. I feel like you need to kind of put your voice out there as well. This could be on YouTube. It could just be with family members and friends and things like that. But I do see that as a very important energy for you, Pisces. Middle row, you have the Five of Swords here. It's kind of feeling conflicted here. The Five of Swords is like trying to win at all costs, right? And but I also feel like it's saying don't give up. The Five of Swords, on some decks, like the Deviant Moon Tarot, there's like a white flag in the background of the Five of Swords. To me, it can be a card that says don't give up. And your outcome is a Strength card here. Yeah, like I said, it's not necessarily a bad reading, but it's also, I would say this is a challenging reading, kind of like I said at the beginning of the reading. But I feel like it's like more the universe is giving you a quest. I feel like the universe is like saying, hey, you need to be very strong at this time so that you can be an example for other people. And that's exactly what I would be doing here. I want to ask, like, what is your reward for doing this here, Pisces? Because this is kind of like an out there reading, but I feel like it's a good one as well. I feel like it's very important. Let's say you do what is hard. Let's say you start doing the things like the Strength card. The Strength card is a display of strength. This could be you needing to, again, leave a situation that you're feeling kind of stuck in. It could be you taking that type of risk. It could be you starting a business or, doing something that where you're not sure if it's going to work out or not. What is the reward here, Pisces? You kind of showing up in a very strong position here. You have the Lovers. Could be true love coming in for you as well. And the Page of Wands. Yeah, just like a new beginning in general. And more excitement, probably. More enthusiasm with the Page of Wands. Page of Wands has more of like that zest for life. And that's kind of like what I'm feeling. The other thing is that, one side here on the Lovers is burning. The other side is, kind of like alive and well. So for a lot of you, I feel like that by accepting the challenge that the universe is giving you at this time, you are going to end up like on a much better path where you're feeling more enthusiastic, where you feel like getting up in the morning and going to work or, doing whatever it is that you're doing. So again, I would answer the call. I feel like you need to, it's almost like I call these Tinkerbell readings because it's like if you don't believe in Tinkerbell, she disappears, right? I feel like that's what we're getting here in this first row with the Empress and the burst of magic. It's like, I feel like you need to start believing that Pisces magic again. Maybe things have gotten too logical, too mental for you, Pisces, recently. Too much in your headspace. And I kind of feel like you need to start getting back to this place right here, the High Priestess. Believing that all things are possible is what I would say to you. Very powerful reading, because I feel like if you can get back into this, then things are going to go extremely, extremely well for you here, Pisces. But I kind of like this. It'll be interesting to see what comes up next week. But thank you for being here, Pisces. Really appreciate it. And definitely enjoy your week.